Can you also imagine that cars were driven on the pitch prior to the game? This was a letter which was sent to the Director General. It's a confidential letter. It was sent to the Director General, and it says that vehicles were driven on the pitch during the event. So imagine you have a football match coming up and vehicles are driven on the pitch. Definitely you're going to have a bumpy pitch because the car will step on the pitch and give it different levels. So it will become bumpy. And that was one major challenge. And in fact, the watering thing there was a certain explanation that they gave, and it had to do with the fact that they had closed the tap in Kumasi because someone was working at a runabout or something, and they said they were paying like $1,000 per day to finish it. The person said he was going to finish within a day or something. So they closed tap in Kumasi. So unfortunately, that day the tap was not flowing. So they had to get a water tanker to come to the stadium and water the pitch. That was the explanation they gave for using the hose to come and water the pitch. But the point is, if they had a proper recovery plan, they would have been able to cover their tracks so well, so that whether the tap was closed or not, you would still have the pitch properly recovered. And we all remember the NFC Director General in Kumasi, Mr. Kwame Ba, saying that they would be able to recover the pitch in 2 weeks. You are recovering the pitch in 2 weeks, but you've forgotten that there could be some impediments that could stop you from recovering it within the window you think you would be able to do. That was one of the things that also happened. And in fact, I recall they gave a certain reason. Apparently, I think this year they were asked to generate 3.948 million Ghana cedis. That was one of the justifications they gave for renting out the facility. So the 6 weeks window that the church used the program, the church was going to give them almost 500,000 Ghana cedis. So they were like, oh yeah, the church program could boost up their revenue a bit. But the major challenge is if you prioritize revenue generation over a football game,
over functionality of the stadium,
then clearly your priorities are misplaced.
Now, Muftawu, at this point in time, I'm sure there are people who are asking, so is there any hope for us? Can we get things done in time so we don't go to La Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, or worst case, Nigeria to play our next home match?
Okay, so per what I gathered, the authorities says with 300 Ghana cedis, they will be able to bring back the playing
How much?
surface. 300,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
They will be able to bring back the playing surface to the standard required to host international matches. But CAF said the pitches need total reconstruction. That's what CAF is saying. For total reconstruction, the NSA said they don't have that kind of money as we speak. So it will be difficult for Ghana to be able to do any magic to host a game in this country.
For total reconstruction, for instance, how much would that cost? What if the state decided we're going to make the money available? Do we know how long it would take us to totally reconstruct this pitch?
So the total reconstruction would take us a maximum 90 days. That's like 3 months.
Oh.
Of the playing surface. So
90 days.
Yes.
We're finished.
That's like 3 months. So currently, as we speak, it doesn't appear possible that we'll be able to have the pitch for the game against Sudan. But with 300,000 Ghana, they say they can recover it within the shortest possible time for us to play the game against Sudan in this country. But the thing is, CAF have an idea about the current state of all our pitches. We also the Accra Sports Stadium when Samatex played the CAF Champions League game against Raja Casablanca. Is this a pitch? And in fact, Fent mentioned about the fact that they closed down many aspects of the stadium because they are trying to engage CAF to come and inspect the facilities just to ensure that they meet a certain standard for us to be able to host the match. But currently, as we speak, it doesn't appear possible because the pitches we've all seen, based on the information also available to CAF, I'm not sure CAF is convinced that we have a facility ready to be able to host any match. It's the Cape Coast Sports Stadium that they believe CAF will be convinced if they are brought back to come and inspect. Because the Ghana Football Association got a pitch maintenance expert to go to Cape Coast and work on the pitch. This was on September 6th. And that person has been there working on the playing surface. So they are hopeful that when CAF comes to inspect that one, probably CAF must just give us a way to be able to host it, because the consequences are damning